Hi, I'm Dr. Jenna Bauer, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about the benefits of loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness meditation, also known as metta meditation, is simply the practice of paying attention to ourselves and others with a sense of interest, care, and compassion. It can help us to feel less negative judgments towards ourselves and towards others, and it can also help to increase our sense of connection to others, both things that help enhance our general sense of well-being. If you tend to be in the habit of criticizing or blaming yourself, loving kindness can help with that. Also, if you have to work or live or interact with a difficult or frustrating person, loving kindness can help shift the way you feel about that relationship, sometimes making it a bit easier to manage. Loving kindness helps us to build our ability to see ourselves and others more fully and accurately. We can tend to get overly focused on the negative, which can produce a skewed picture that ignores the more positive attributes within ourselves and others. When we practice loving kindness, it helps us to be more present to all of our moments, helps us to connect in with moments of patience, kindness, and concern for ourselves and others. It's important to note that loving kindness is not about trying to force yourself to feel any certain way. When you're practicing loving kindness meditation, you may not experience any strong feelings at all. In fact, you can send loving kindness to people without really liking them. So when you're practicing this, don't get caught up in trying to force any certain feelings or judging yourself if you're not feeling a certain way. Just allow whatever your experience is to be okay. We're just experimenting with what happens if we gather our attention and direct it in a particular way using the loving kindness phrases. Sometimes people can have a skeptical reaction to hearing about loving kindness, in part because the name sounds a little silly, and in part because they don't trust that it will actually benefit them in any way. However, what I've found is that many of these same skeptical people, after a couple weeks of practicing the meditation, have noticed a lot of benefits and an important shift in maybe their attitude or their relationship that was previously giving them trouble. So just like any other meditation exercise, I'll just invite you to keep an open mind and see what happens. We do loving kindness meditation by repeating a series of phrases, directing them to various people. These phrases help us to anchor our attention and help us to direct that attention in a certain way. You can repeat these phrases to yourself at a pace that is pleasing to you and that helps to hold your attention. The phrases that I like to use are, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful, and may I be safe. If there's other phrases that you'd prefer to substitute in, that's perfectly fine too. You can just use whatever words or phrases work best for you and your personality. As you practice this meditation, you can direct it at several different people. You can direct the phrases towards yourself. You can direct the phrases towards someone that you care about, a loved one, family member, friend, or pet. You can also choose to direct the phrases towards someone that you care about that you know is having a difficult time, someone that's struggling in some way. Another great practice is to direct the phrases towards a neutral person, someone that you don't even maybe know their name, but that you just have seen a couple times that you would recognize. You can also practice directing the phrases towards someone who you have more of a complicated, challenging relationship with, someone that's kind of difficult for you, that maybe evokes some negative feelings when you think about them. This can often be a more difficult way to practice loving kindness, but can also be really beneficial. And lastly, you can direct the phrases towards more than one person at a time. So maybe directing them towards yourself and a loved one, maybe directing the phrases out to all your friends and family, or even directing the phrases out to all living beings everywhere on the planet. There's two different guided meditations that I'll lead you through. One that's more brief and just directs the phrases towards one person that you care about, and then bringing in yourself to that as well, and then directing them just towards yourself. And another longer guided meditation of loving kindness that directs them towards all those different people, allowing you to practice with each of the different images and just see how that may vary in your experience. And if you want to practice on your own, again, you can practice directing them towards any of these people, or you could just picture one person practicing directing those phrases only at that one person, depending on how much time you have and what person you feel like you'd like to practice with at this image. This is a really great meditation that can be kind of tailored towards what you're needing in that moment. So I encourage you to practice both with a brief and with a longer meditation, seeing what you like and seeing what your experience is. Enjoy!